Adobe is absolutely getting cooked. I mean, their stocks are down about 30%, and since 2024, over 60%. This downfall is serious, and Resolve 21 release had a lot to do with it, and I'm gonna talk about this in a little bit. One thing that I do want to say is that there's going to be a companion guide that you want to pull up while going through this video to get the most out of it. It's going to be in the description. It's absolutely free. If you want it, it's not a requirement. And people are not switching to Resolve because of just one headline or somebody's making a YouTube video about it. It's happening because of a bunch of different things. Whether you're talking about higher subscription costs to like reliability issues to jumping from one app to another to get something done, it's just not the world we're living in right now. That's why Resolve 21 update was the straw that broke the camel's back. What am I talking about? Resolve adding the photo page just basically completed the entire loop. Resolve has already been an absolutely exceptional post-production tool, but that one additional thing just made it absolutely perfect. Now, if you just downloaded Resolve and you open it up and you went to the color page, I'm pretty sure you're just sitting there going, okay, like I have no idea what this is. And don't worry, because this is a 3-part series. So in the next video, I'm going to be showing you how to set everything up the right way with somebody who has over 15 years of experience grading for Kanye, Drake, The Weeknd, Universal Studios, and endless other AAA list brands. And I'm going to be sharing those secrets directly with you so you can hit the ground running. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss that video. So let's stack them up. Adobe versus Resolve. Adobe subscription, if you want all of their apps, goes up to $840+ per year. There is no buying it outright option. So you can't do a perpetual license. $840 per year, it doesn't matter who you are, where you live, how much money you make. That is a lot of money. But it's not like it comes with a convenience. It actually comes with a lot more pain. What I'm talking about is now you need to manage 8 or 10 different tools. You need to make sure all of them are updated. You need to learn each of their shortcuts and little quirks, and everyone has their own mini interface that you have to get familiar with. And each one will have its own cache management and all those things, project settings that you have to dial in. So everything is multiplied by 8 or 10. And not to mention, their dynamic linking is getting way better, but it still glitches, it still chokes, and there are times when you're just not going to have your media connected and you're spending a lot of time troubleshooting than actually spending that time making magic. Now, let's flip it and look at DaVinci Resolve. You bring in your media in the media page, you organize everything, set everything up, move over to either cut if you want to do a quick edit, or edit page, cut up the entire thing. And if you want to do some graphics, go to Fusion, get that done. If you want to move on to color, move over to the color page, and basically you have access to the same exact thing that every Hollywood colorist is using. Think of any movie, any TV show, most probably it was graded on DaVinci Resolve, and you have access to the same tool. Mind blown. Then you want to do sound design, move over to Fairlight. You're done. You want to do 17 different trims for different screens, go to your delivery page, get it all done. So this makes it a one-stop shop. You have to learn your shortcuts once, you have to set your project settings once, and you are ready to roll. So that right there genuinely makes you 10 times more efficient. And instead of me just boring you, you can do that 10 times math with all the things, whether it's going in the positive direction or in the negative direction for Adobe. And if you thought like that wasn't enough, they're just so crazy. They're so confident in their product that you can pretty much do full-blown productions with the free version of Resolve. You can genuinely go here, download the free version, output up to UHD, up to 4K, and deliver a full project to your client and get paid thousands of dollars without ever paying a single cent. And there's no restrictions, there's no watermarks, none of that. You have additional crazy tools that you get with the studio version, and even then it's only $300-ish. and it's a perpetual license. You own it forever. This just tells you how confident they are to what they created, that they will give you the ultimate lead magnet, a full version, no watermark, knowing that once you dabble with some of their studio features, you are gonna wanna have the whole thing. And that's just the way it is. You should. It's nothing. Even if you have to put $300 on your credit card, it is an absolute no-brainer. And a constant reminder, it's the same tool used by Hollywood. Now, whether you get the free version or you get the studio version, you have to learn how to color grade. And it's not as simple as just clicking around and figuring it out. Grading in Resolve versus grading in Premiere Pro it's like speaking two different languages. So to help you transition with your journey, I have created a tool called RapidGrade, and I'll just show you this. Usually you've probably seen pretty complex node trees inside Resolve. Node trees are these things right here. And when you have like 4 or 15 or 20, it's called a node tree, but each one is just a node. So if you look at this node tree right here, this is one of the simplest ones that you will see, thanks to this tool right here, okay? RapidGrade. Because if I were to take these and do before and after, look at the grade we got going on, and it's all done in a single freaking node. Or how about if I were to bring you and show you this shot right here, and if we do before and after, just look at the kind of sophisticated high-end look that we have here, and it's all done in a single node, and it is 100% fully customizable, future-proof. You want to turn it into HDR, you want to turn it into something in the future. If our screen can handle 30 stops of dynamic range, this tool is ready for it. Look at this right here, before and after. I mean, what other tool lets you create looks that are this good and protect your image that feels unsalvageable to make it look like that? So I highly recommend you checking out RapidGrade. Link is going to be in the description. There's a little bit of a YouTube fam love going on when you click on this link. It's for a limited time, so check it out. Let's get back to the video. Now, most people do make the switch from Premiere to Resolve, not only for saving money, but for the color grading capabilities of Resolve, because the difference is this: Premiere Pro primarily is an editing tool, and then color grading is just an add-on feature. Think of it like just a plugin on top of like what it's actually meant to do. Whereas DaVinci Resolve is a finishing tool first, and then it turned into a full-blown powerhouse of a production suite in one app, which is extremely unique. And for them to be doing this professionally for decades, think of the first digital movie, it was probably graded in DaVinci Resolve, and now the list is just countless. I can't even name the amount of movies and shows that are graded on DaVinci Resolve. And knowing that, you know that this tool is robust and it's meant to do this better than anything else. Grading in Premiere Pro is almost like you have to go shot by shot and kind of reinvent the formula every single time, whereas Resolve is made to work with 200, 500,000 shots like in a batch setting, and it starts from top down. You set up your color management and you just go down from there, and it's just, you can blaze through it. In Premiere Pro, you're encouraged to use LUTs, which is a baked-in operation, and once you choke your footage to a certain color space, it's really hard to reverse that. Whereas in Resolve, you're using color space transforms that are protecting your image and giving you the most amount of leverage dynamic range, so your image is indestructible and it can be reused again and again every time the technology improves. We have professional monitoring tools that can make sure that we can bypass if your monitor is calibrated or not. You have scopes that just make it black and white. Short of like blindfolding yourself while you're grading, it can get you the accuracy and confidence that is near impossible to achieve in Premiere Pro. And this is just scratching the surface. So my verdict is this: if you edit and if you don't grade, and if you're just using one app, which is Premiere Pro, and if you're paying whatever, right? It's not that expensive. You just have one app, fine, just use it. But if you do what we do here, we are doing graphics, we are editing, we're doing sound design, we are doing thumbnails. We just started doing thumbnails inside DaVinci Resolve. We're doing the entire operation takes place in one app, and it saves us not hours, not days, months at a time. We just move at lightning speed, and the peace of mind that we have is that we're using the same exact tool that was used to grade Dune. I mean, it just, I can say it again and again, and I'm always shocked how crazy that is. The time that we live in, that we have access to these tools. If you enjoyed this one, it will mean the world to me if you drop a comment, smash the like button. Do not forget to check out the link to RapidGrade. Link is in the description. Like I said, there's a little bit of a Qazi fam love happening there, so definitely check it out. And that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Much love. Peace, fam.